Ashwini, we will come back to you for more stocks in a bit, especially even the PSU banks, which are doing very well. For the moment, we just have to concentrate on one set of numbers that came in. Zensar Technologies, they posted a near 5% drop in dollar revenues owing to a one-time restructuring hit in their infra management services. Forex losses also, of course, have weighed on the bottom line that has cracked about 90%. Sandeep Kishore, CEO and MD of Zensar Technologies, joins us now. Sandeep, good morning. Thanks much for joining us. How are things looking for this quarter? With this one-time hit taken out, can you give us some guidance in terms of the growth you expect in the first half or perhaps even all of FY18?
Yeah, good morning. Actually, last quarter, you're right, we had a 4.9% sequential decline, particularly related to the infrastructure management business. There is a maintenance business in that, which we've always been saying is not a core part of our business, and we have to do profit improvement program on that, and that's exactly where we are focused currently. If you take a look at the digital business, which is where we are pivoting the new Zensar to be, that's done exceptionally well. We are at 34.1% of our last quarter business on digital. On a year-on-year basis, that business has grown almost 26%. Same quarter last year to the same quarter this year. Sequentially, that grew about 8%. Retail as a business segment, which is where digital actually really pivots in quite well, has done quite exceptionally well for us, grew about 25% of the business. Our top 20 accounts have grown by about 120 basis points or so. So the core of our business has done well. There is some cleanup exercise which certainly we are focusing a lot of our time on to make sure that we get that profit improvement right on the MVS part of our business. So as we look into the next year, we are going to increase our momentum on the digital business. We do expect digital to be around 35-37% of the full year number in FY18.
No, I just wanted to know exactly what was the revenue loss because of restructuring, and is it over? No spillovers?
So I think a lot of it is over. We still have some contracts which we are cleaning up, so it may take 1 or 2 more quarters to do. But a lot of it is fair to say is over. If you see, the growth in the US actually came down on a constant currency basis by 2%. Almost all of that business is in the US. Europe has done quite well for us. We announced 2 acquisitions in the last year. Foolproof, which is a Europe-based acquisition. Europe grew about 35%, and excluding Foolproof also, it grew almost 20% year-on-year basis. Africa continues to do quite well. It grew almost 12% on a year-on-year basis. We are putting a lot of emphasis to make sure that the digital business, the commerce business, the customer experience business, and the core of our infrastructure cloud business in the US, we get this on the track, and we certainly will.
Sandeep, your margins have cracked substantially this quarter. I mean, it's come in at sub 8% versus almost 14% that you did last quarter. I know that there was a rise in SG&A, etc., but are you forecasting more pressure in margins over the next couple of quarters, and what could be the ballpark range?
No, we are not forecasting. I think the reason it came down is almost 60% of that is impacted because of the Forex, as you mentioned in your opening commentary. The gross margin has shifted a little bit because digital, as you know, a lot of the initial work actually happens on-site. Our on-site percentage of the revenue went up on a year-on-year basis by about 2.5%. So that impacted the gross margin, and it came straight into the EBITDA and the PAT. We also had some one-time write-off which we had taken on some government contracts here in India, which we are done with. So those were the 3 reasons actually. The Forex impacted almost 60%, the one-time write-off which we have taken.
Sure. And so do you expect the double-digit margins to return in the first half of the new fiscal?
So we don't give any guidance, but our plan certainly is to do much better than what we've done here.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us with what happened in the quarter gone by and what you are expecting, especially from the digital piece. We take a break on that note. Up next, we will re-invite our technical expert.